Okay guys, so good morning to all of you, and I'm just gonna go out again and show you what's happening here in our garden. And it's been like 2 or 3 days since the last time I have updated you guys with what's happening here. But look at that, lots of grapes in here in front of our door, and I think it's gonna be very ripe soon once the bird starts to eat this. Then that's the time we know that it's ripe. So let me just show you around what's happening in here. So I just can't wait for my other dahlias to bloom. So what I have in here is Wizard of Oz. I have Cornell in here, and this is another Wizard of Oz over there. And look at that! Just can't wait to see these flowers very soon. And my zinnias, I'm very happy with my zinnia. Look at this zinnia. Very nice orange zinnia here. Not really orange, like peach, something like that. So beautiful. I actually have another zinnia in here. This pink one. Look at that. Oh, there's a flower from my um, joyful investment. So beautiful. And some flowers from my Joey Martina. And look at this one. I'm just so happy with what I'm seeing right now again with my Reap City. Lots of flowers again from my Reap City. Look at that. Look at these flowers. They're just so stunning. And beside it, there's another zinnia blooming there. And the only thing is that, guys, right now I'm experiencing this problem with powdery mildew, especially with my Reap City. My Reap City really has lots of this powdery mildew on its leaves. Look at that. Look at that. And today I'm actually planning to go to plant shop to find something to use to fight this powdery mildew, because I think it's starting to really spread here in our garden, which is not really good. And yeah, I'm seeing also some starting here with my cafe au lait seed. Look at this one, it's so beautiful. And there are lots of flowers actually now coming out from this dahlia. Look at that, so beautiful. And here is my Bahama apricot, and it's also infested by powdery mildew, which is not really good. So I did a cuttings of some cuttings of them, which is this one in here, and also my white aster. So my white aster is also flowering lots and lots and lots. So let me just take you there. But before I take you there, let me just show you my cafe au lait. Look at that. So nice. So beautiful. Okay, so let me just take you here, this part of our garden. And I have my Evelyn looking Happet Blue Eyes. Look at that. This is the new bud. It really reminds me of Evelyn. Every time I'm seeing this one, I always tell you guys that it looks like Evelyn. And I'm so happy also with my Boom Boom Red. Look at that. I think they're kind of being consistent with producing huge balls. Look at that. It's almost the size of my hand, but it's in ball shape. This is the first flower, and this is the latest one. This is the third flower. I think the third flower is bigger than the second one, and it's almost the size of the first flower. But I think the fourth one is gonna be a bit smaller, I think. But let's see. The third one also started like this, and then it became like this. It's so big now. And then I'm also happy to inform you that very soon I will be creating another video for my Cantarino. So here's my Cantarino, guys. It's just that it looks like something eating the tip of the petals of my Cantarino. But otherwise, I'm really happy to see this one, that it's really blooming a lot. Lots of buds I can see. Look at that. Plenty, plenty, plenty of buds. And then I have another. Oops. Look at this one, guys. I'm not sure if this is bad or what, or should I just ignore this tiny moth? I don't know if they're eating this or transferring anything from from my plants, but it seems like it's kind of making me bothered a little bit. So look at that, lots of them in here. I don't know what do you call them. Is it just some sort of moth? I don't know if they're the one damaging the tip of my cantarino. It's just, it's the first time actually my cantarino will be blooming, and look at that. There are lots of them. And just want to show you also the huge ball from my Beras Elma. Look at that. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. And some more flower in here. I just cut the older flower of my Penhill Dark Monarch. But this one actually I'm starting to become a bit convinced that it's probably Penhill Watermelon. But let's see. I haven't exposed this one for a long period of time under the sun because they said that it's kind of, it varies sometimes. If it's exposed for like 8 hours under the sun, then it tends to become redder in color. But since this one is likely to get morning sun only, which is happening right now, maybe that's the reason why it's not really very dark. But let's see, because I have another Penhill Dark Monarch over there on that side of our garden, which I'm gonna show you in a short while. But before that, let me just show you also what's happening with my Parkland Glory. Look at that. This is the first time that my Parkland Glory showing me this blown center, because the last two flower that it gave me was really fully double flower. But this time I think it's fine. Maybe I should leave it like this. Maybe it's good so that the bees can access this one and pollinate this. So yeah, I think somehow it's good. And this is my red pubuki, by the way, but I'm still not sure whether I will keep it or not. But it started to, you know, grow in me. Look at that. And my sun explosion, which is really looking good. And here is my pink magic, which is also really nice, giving me lots of flowers. I'm thinking of cutting them so that, you know, it will stimulate more growth later on. And just want to show you also my Petra's Wedding, which is also very prolific. I already cut some of its stems, as you can see, guys. Some also down there, and there's still lots of blooms to come very soon. And then here is my Michaela Miranda. Maybe I should trim some of their flowers also very soon. And yeah, some of my favorites also in here. Of course, the Jennifer Mary Ellen starting to give me lots of flowers now. I can see lots of buds in here. And of course, this is the latest flower, which is really nice. Lots of people really like this one. And of course, this perfect shape, perfect bloom from my Sylvia. And more flowers to come from my Sylvia. Look at that. So beautiful. And just next to my Sylvia is Thomas Edison. Also gave me lots of flowers, and I think I need to trim this one. And I'm just happy also with my Emory Paul. I think this is gonna be another huge flower from this dahlia. And look at the stem. Look at the flower stem. It's really long. Look at that. And my cafe au lait in here. Look at that. There was a bee inside. So here's another Penhill Dark Monarch in here. So as you can see, guys, let's see if it's true that if I'm going to expose this one longer than that one under the sun. So let's see if it's gonna turn darker. If it's not, then maybe I will be convinced that this is actually a Penhill watermelon instead of Penhill Dark Monarch. And another new bloom coming up very soon is my Coralie. Look at that, guys. I'm just so happy because I only bought 2 Coralies, and I think I was able to propagate. Now I think I have a total of 5 if I'm not mistaken. So this is the first one, and then there's another one actually in here that is also suffering from mildew. So look at that. And I'm also seeing lots of blooms already. Sorry, not blooms, just buds. And yeah, I think I will probably have to move this one somewhere where it gets more light. And my con amore also, which I ordered from Susie Ripley, I was not expecting this one to you know, really survive, because I received a tuber that is almost really dry, and actually I contacted Susie Ripley about it, and well, luckily it survived. And yeah, and I wasn't expecting it's gonna grow like this, because the shoot that it gave me at the beginning was really tiny and thin, and now it looks a bit really, you know, really healthy. It's just that it's also suffering from powdery mildew, which really, you know, kind of alarming me, and I had to do something before before it's too late, because I definitely want to see the flower of this one. But then anyway, guys, that's about it for the tour. And for today, actually, I just want to show you what I'm going to do with my seedlings, because I think it's time for me to transfer them now. As you can see, guys, look at that. There's only one in here. How come? And there are lots from Fernclip Inspiration, and I have two from Sweet Love, and I'm still waiting for my cafe ole. Cafe ole was I think I just planted it like probably 5 days ago. So let's see, because I started seeing the germination um, after 2 weeks actually from these ones, because as mentioned, guys, I planted them during the Boxing Day, and yeah, just now I'm starting to see this. And as also shown you last time, guys, I have transferred two already. So this one is from Golden Scepter, and this one is from Offshore Dream. So let's see what's gonna happen. So yeah, so let me just transfer this one, guys, and I'll be back in a short while. Alright, guys, so welcome back. And what I have here right now are the pots where I'm going to transfer all of these seedlings. So just to let you know, the ingredients of this potting mix that I have in here is the combination of this strawberry mix and this seed mix. And maybe you're wondering why I'm using the strawberry mix. It's because I noticed that this strawberry mix is also good for dahlias, because it's high in potassium, as I can see in here. But I didn't put lots of them here yet, because as you can see, we're not expecting flowers right away from these tiny seedlings that I have in here. So I put more of seed mix first, and then maybe later on, as they grow bigger and bigger, maybe then we will add more and more of this strawberry mix, which is high in potassium. And you know that potassium is something that dahlia really needs in order for them to produce lots of flowers. So right now we are going to start transferring the seedlings from my Fernclip Inspiration seedlings. And just to let you know also, guys, that I have already prepared the labels in here. So I just need to put the labels first. So I just want to show you so that I know which one is which one came from which. So I think most of my used proven winners pots will be for my Fernclip Inspiration, because most of them are similar size. So I have a total of 6 right now, and I have a total of 6 seedlings from my Fernclip Inspiration as well. So yeah, so let me just show you also, guys, how I'm transferring these seedlings. So before, it was I think in August when I started planting some of the first seedlings, the first batch of seedlings that I had, but I never really got a chance to show you how I'm transferring it. But now, since I have already have some success transferring them, so let me show you now, guys, how I'm transferring them. So what I'm doing is I'm carefully trying to, you know, dig on both sides, all sides actually, of the seedling. And then when it seems very safe to pull them, then I'm going to start pulling them. But while I'm pulling them, I'm trying to anticipate how long the roots are. So like for example, this one, I never thought that it's gonna have this long roots already. But actually guys, I should be planting it right away because it shouldn't be exposed in the air for a long time. But for the sake of just showing you how I'm transferring it and what I'm considering when I'm transferring them, so just want to show you that you need to transfer it as soon as possible because it's not good to be exposed in the air for a long time because it may cause drying. It may dry the roots in the long run. So now I have transferred it, so just transfer it carefully. So we're done with the first fern clip inspiration. Then let's go to the second one. So just try to anticipate guys. If you think easy to remove them, you can feel the pressure if it's, you know, if it has a long roots already or not. Then you have to follow where that roots is coming from. So like for example, this one I think is longer than the first one. And oh my god, let me just transfer this one first. Yeah, look at that. Look at the root of this one. It's already very, very long. So let's just dig a hole in it and then put it there carefully. And then there you go. And then here's the other one guys. Look at this. It already has a very, very long roots already. So I had a little bit of trouble moving it. So let me now transfer this one in this pot. So I'm also digging a big hole so that I can just spread the roots because the pot is not really that deep. So I just need to like spread the roots so that it won't get damaged. And yeah, just be careful transferring them. So I'm still using mainly seed mix because seed mix is soft and I think it has its nutrients that Dahlias needed to grow. So yeah, those were the things that I was considering. That's why I still put lots of seed mix in here, although they're not seed anymore, but they're still seedlings. So these are my fern clip inspiration, and let's move this one in here and let's put the other 3 remaining. So again, just be careful. So this one has a shorter root, so it should not be a problem. So let me just transfer it in here. There you go. And then we still have the last 2 in here. This one just a little longer compared to the last one. And just transfer carefully as mentioned. So guys, just to let you know, I'm doing this very early in the morning so that, you know, it will not suffer under the heat of the sun while it's adapting to its new location, to another place. So another pot, I mean. So there you go. Now I have transferred 6 of my fern clip inspiration seedlings, but then I still have some seeds in here. Sometimes guys, it happens that some seeds take longer to germinate, so maybe I'll give it maybe another week or 2 and just leave it in here. So now let's proceed to Sweet Love. So another variety that I really like here is Sweet Love. Let me just put some more seed mix in here. I think it's too shallow. A little bit more. going to put the label for Sweet Love so that I know which one is which. So I have the label now. So as I can see right now, I only have 2 so far with my Sweet Love. Look at that. It's also very long. So it's just good that I kind of made this soil a bit deeper, so it has more space for its roots. So yeah, there you go. Looks okay now. So that's Sweet Love and another Sweet Love in here. So that's why guys, just want to show you, that's why I'm not confused, because I always put labels with everything that I'm planting right away before even before I transfer them. So maybe it will help also, just another tip for you guys, so that you can easily track which dahlias you have planted in a specific pot if you are planting your dahlias in a pot just like me. So there you go. And then finally, and again as mentioned guys, I'll give it another week or 2, because some seeds are, you know, they don't germinate all at the same time. Some takes shorter period, some takes longer. And then finally I have one more from Golden Scepter. So this Golden Scepter is actually very tiny. So let's see, look at that, it's very tiny. So let's put this one in here, and let's just hope and pray. Well, actually now I'm just gonna help it to remove its seed shell. And look at that, it's very tiny, but let's see if it's gonna survive. I'll still plant it anyway. And yeah, there you go. So of course they are still tiny seeds, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to spray them. So let me just get back to you in a short while. Let me just get the spray. Okay guys, so I'm back and I have my spray right now, just like that, just very mild. Anyway, the soil is already wet anyway, so this one is just to make sure that they're not gonna desiccate, because I just transfer them, because you don't know, sometimes some of them are very sensitive. When the roots are disturbed, sometimes they kind of tend to die eventually, but I hope this one, all of them will survive. Last time, most of my dahlias, I also did the same thing. I just tried to be careful when I was transferring them, and luckily most of them survived. And you have seen anyway the result guys, so might as well show you what I have experienced from last time. So if in case some of you were kind of hesitant or afraid to plant some dahlia seeds, so now I'm showing you that it's not really that hard to, you know, transfer some seedlings, because I know some of you guys, I saw somebody before saying that it's kind of looking a bit difficult to transfer the seedlings because they look very sensitive because they are small. Well, I think as you can see guys, as mentioned, I have some success already growing dahlias from seeds, and I'm doing the same thing also. So yeah, I think it's also good to transfer them at this stage, because if you let them grow and grow bigger, they tend to have more and more roots, and it's kind of making it more complicated when, you know, the roots are everywhere. And there's some other seedlings also that you need to consider, you know, when you're trying to transfer the seedlings. So yeah, these are the things that I'm trying to factor when I'm transferring seedlings. They have to be on a specific um, growth or stage like this one. For me, this is the perfect time when I'm starting to see um, the second flower, not flower, the second leaf. So this is like, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first uh, sets of leaves are called cotyledon, and then when I'm starting to see that there is next one coming up like this one, it's still too small, but I can see it. Then that's the time that I think, for me, based on my experience, that's the perfect time for me to transfer the seedlings. So yeah, as mentioned, I had high success rate from last time when I did this. So might as well do it again at this stage of their life. So yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that there is no soil blocking where the new leaves are growing, because I also noticed, based on my experience in the past, that some of them, if it's blocked by the soil, some of them tend to uh, die later on. I don't know why, but some of them tend to survive as well. But for me, just to be safe, since I have um, seen, since I have observed that it's happening with some, then might as well take some extra precaution. So just remove any any soil that's blocking the new upcoming leaves. And then this is, I think, the last one, the tiny one. So yeah, I think I have watered most of them. So for the meantime, I'm just gonna let it sit under shaded area, just to give them shaded but bright area, just to give them some time to adjust from their new pots. And then later on, when I think that they are really settled, then I will start letting them to be exposed under the morning sun, because morning sun is a bit mild there. So yeah, guys, I think that's all for today. And if you have any questions when it comes to transferring seedlings, I know some of you may find it a bit difficult, and as you can see, it's not really that difficult, guys. So if this is what's preventing you from planting dahlia from seeds, then as you can see, it's really easy. You can also use gloves if you want to, or if you want to use bare hands, if you feel more confident feeling it um, directly from your hands, then it's also fine. That's what I used to do, but I just feel I just need to use some protective covering also for my skin, because sometimes I notice some of this potting mix has some dryness effect to my skin. That's why I'm trying to use this surgical gloves, actually, not really garden gloves. But then yeah, so if you guys have any questions, and if you enjoy this video, please feel free to hit that like button as well, so that the YouTube algorithm will be recommending this video um, to those people who are also interested in this kind of activities, gardening activities. And if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please consider subscribing to my channel, so that um, I'll be more inspired to show you guys some more videos when it comes to dahlias and planting in general, and the experience and all the lessons I'm learning while I'm doing my gardening here in our garden. Alright guys, so thank you very much, and I will see you again on my next one, and bye for now.